Let's be honest, Celtics fans, there is a lot of uncertainty surrounding Boston's front court heading into this NBA season. And a name that could be on the trade block as Boston could be looking for a new center is Utah Jazz's Walker Kessler. After some recent contract news, he could be on the trade market, but it's going to be a pretty hefty price. We'll talk about all this and more as you're watching Celtics Today by Chat Sports. My name is Tyler Smith. Dana Green came in with this on Jazz Media Day asking Walker Kessler about his current situation with Utah. And he said he didn't give much detail, but he did say that Walker Kessler is, quote, definitely frustrated. Kessler is playing on a $4.8 million team option the last year of his rookie contract and is without a contract extension from the Jazz front office, who is run now, we all know, by the Ainge family, Danny and his son, Austin. So before we dive into what kind of player Walker Kessler is and what it's really going to cost from Boston, because reportedly the asking price is pretty high, should the Celtics trade for Walker Kessler? Is this a guy who's on your radar whatsoever? Let me know in the comment section. T for trade, P for pass. The Celtics front court this offseason, or this upcoming season, does not look good by any means. Look, it's a lot of unproven guys. Neemias Queta, yeah, he's been in the system for a couple of seasons, and he's probably going to be relied upon as the Celtics' primary starting center here, going to be playing close to 30 minutes plus every single night. A lot of uncertainty. Yeah, he played fine in the EuroLeague with Portugal this past Eurobasket season in August, but I mean, a lot of stuff that we have yet to see from Neemias Queta on the basketball court here. Chris Boucher, how long are you going to be able to rely upon him? He's on the wrong side of 30. He's on a one-year deal. Luka Garza, is he ever going to be a starting level center in this league? Xavier Tillman, I'll believe the health when I see it. And Amari Williams is on a two-way contract. I mean, how much can you count on a guy who's picked just 4 picks before the final one in this past NBA draft? The odds that Neemias Queta, Luka Garza, Amari Williams become pretty elite, or at least like a top 20, 25 center in this league, I don't know. It's pretty low from my point of view. And that's kind of what the Celtics are trying to do. It's a season of experimenting this upcoming season. But I think that we could accelerate the Celtics search for a center if they go out there and trade for a guy like Walker Kessler. Somebody who I believe is a bona fide top 10-ish defensive, at least, center in this league. He's one of the best rim protectors, one of the best rebounders in the league, specifically on the offensive glass. I mean, this guy just cleans it up. 7 foot tall, and he's only 24 years old. Remember, also playing on only a $4.8 million contract this season, so absolutely tradable of a deal there. 7'5" wingspan, just an absolute rim deterrent, man. And all these great things that I'm saying about him is carries with a high price tag if you're asking to trade for a guy like this. And Lakers Daily, they're a team. The Lakers are a team that's had long interest in Walker Kessler, and Ashish Mathur had this to say about the price. He said the Jazz have a high asking price for Kessler, and one source told Lakers Daily that the Lakers would have to part ways with Austin Reeves and multiple first-round picks in order to acquire Kessler, who projects to be a great fit alongside Luka Doncic. Yada, 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 Laker nonsense. Don't want to hear it. Marcus Smart's over there now. I'm going to puke. Look, this is a classic Danny Ainge asking price on a player who a lot of teams have interest in, yet the Jazz aren't so interested in paying, at least for now. I think it's pretty unrealistic that they would get a guy like Austin Reeves, who is an elite shot creator, can get his his buckets from pretty much anywhere on the court, good outside shooter as well, decent enough facilitator too, plus multiple future first-round picks. Like, that just seems a little bit out of the range. But, I mean, you can't argue with the fact that Walker Kessler is ascending throughout his NBA career. I mean, every single year, and I know year 2 looks like a little bit of a drop-off, but his efficiencies skyrocketed from year 1 to 2, and then just the overall production as he got a bigger role in Utah's rotation there, the production only increased, finally eclipsing a double-double for the first time on average in his career, and continues to reject 2.5 baskets per game. And as far as efficiencies go, I mean, he continues to get better. I mean, per 75 possessions, which is crazy because there's closer to 100 possessions in an NBA game these days, he's averaging 14.5, almost 15 rebounds a night. So this is a player who, if he got a role where he's playing, 35 minutes a night consistently and getting 100 possessions in a game almost, like, are we looking at a 15 and 15 type of guy? Like, that's insane to me. Like, if you add a guy like Walker Kessler, and yes, you do have to extend him, you have to pay him here after this upcoming season. I don't think it'll be too crazy. We'll talk about that price in a little bit. But the Celtics wouldn't have to worry about the center position for the foreseeable future. And, I mean, thinking about long-term for Boston here, with Jayson Tatum coming back from Achilles surgery and him being one of, if not the best rebounder on the Celtics roster, at least today for sure. That's a lot less stress that you have to put on Jayson Tatum, constantly crashing the glass, constantly jumping up and down every single possession, trying to gain more for your Boston Celtics. You'd have Walker Kessler there to clean things up in and around the rim. So with that being said, did I sell you? If you'd want Walker Kessler on the Celtics, make it known. Make it known so Kessler sees this video. Danny Ainge sees this video. Austin Ainge sees this video. Brad Stevens sees this video. Make it known. If you would want Walker Kessler on the Boston Celtics, show me. Like today's video. Smash that thumbs up icon if you would want the 7-footer in Beantown. Next up, we are going to construct a Walker Kessler trade, what exactly it would cost, and why both teams would agree to the deal that I have concocted. First, I got to tell you guys, though, about these awesome deals as gift-giving season is on the horizon. Get your family member or your friend a Celtics hat. Love this corduroy one with the script. Love this kind of retro-looking design with the cream top and the colored brim and the rope. All these and more. These are just my favorite picks at chatsports.com/Celtics hats. This khaki one's dope. This one with the Boston skyline in the back, the flat brim, is dope as well. Chatsports.com/Celtics hats to get yours today. That link is in the comment section and description of today's video. Go check it out. Go get yourself some Celtics drip for the low. A bunch of them are on sale as well. Alrighty, the first thing we got to talk about here is that Danny Ainge will absolutely do a deal with the Boston Celtics. We saw it just this past summer. He traded or acquired Georges Niang, taking on a salary dump from the C's here in order to get the Celtics closer and closer to that luxury tax line, which they're trying to do all summer. And I think they're going to try to do that, as I can't speak, with this trade as well. So with what I concocted, let's kill two birds with one stone. Since we're dealing with some friends here, I think that they'll take on a big contract that the Boston Celtics are trying to get rid of. So in acquiring Walker Kessler, we're going to try to get our center of the future, and we're going to try to cut some salary as well. My trade idea looks like this. Walker Kessler, KJ Martin, who I'm not a huge fan of, and Kyle Anderson, slow-mo, coming to Boston. KJ Martin cost about $8 million. Kyle Anderson cost about $9 million. He still has 2 years left on his contract. I believe KJ Martin's on a 1-year deal. Meanwhile, Anthony Simons, Neemias Queta, because you would be swapping out a rim-protecting center for a rim-protecting center, who Utah has waiting in the wings over there. They have Kyle Filipowski, but he's more of a 4 and a kind of a defensive liability. So you want to get another cheap replacement for Walker Kessler here, somebody who you wouldn't have to pay the 8-figure salary that you would have to pay to Walker Kessler here in the coming years in Neemias Queta. So, and then you also, I mean, the real kicker on this trade is the 2026 first-round pick for Boston and the 2032 first-round pick for Boston. So kind of bookending the array of picks that Boston has at their disposal to be able to trade this upcoming season, kind of in the gap year, and then way down the line when we have no idea what the Celtics roster is going to look like down the line in 2022. Could end up being a really good pick for the Jazz, and they take a swing here on a guy that they might not want to pay right now. Why the Celtics do this? It's pretty simple. They solidify their center position for the present and the future. I mean, like, Walker Kessler is really good right now. I think he's only going to get better as time goes on. Meanwhile, you also clear $8 million off your salary cap books with this deal as well. And then kind of what I'm going to mention before about what I was talking about before about KJ Martin, not liking him as much. I think it's a contract that you either involve a third team with and throw away additional second-round pick in order to get them involved, or you just do a trade after this thing is completed, flip him away for somebody who costs nothing, and then you're completely under the luxury tax line. You do not hit these repeater tax penalties at the end of the 25-26 season, and then you have so much more flexibility here down the line to not only extend Walker Kessler, but build that contender around JT, JB, and Derek White. Now, while the Jazz do this trade, I mean, look, do I think the Jazz want to trade Walker Kessler? I don't think they want to. Actually, they're going to pay him, and they're going to match a pretty sizable deal that another team would throw in restricted free agency next year because they have a ton of cap space. They can absorb this type of deal. But I do think that adding 2 first and like a decent enough potentially solid, like there's some upside in Neemias Queta for a guy who you might not want to pay. Like, there's a reason that Walker Kessler has not received the contract extension. Like, there is a solid chance that they don't want to pay him, $25, $30 million over the next few seasons. And I mean, in Walker Kessler's case, is he going to be on a contending roster at all during that stretch? I'm not so sure how close the Utah Jazz are to making noise in the Western Conference. So maybe Kessler will want to play for a little bit more of a winning ordeal than there is in Utah right now. And I think Boston could be the spot for that. Now, in the Celtics case, I haven't dove into how financially possible this is all going to be down the line once Walker Kessler does hit restricted free agency next year. Now, you would carry his bird rights, I believe. So not only would you be able to match anything that he gets offered on that deal as well. Now you'd have to extend him. You're not making this deal just to let Walker Kessler walk at the end of this this upcoming season. No pun intended there. And the price is going to be pretty substantial. You're probably going to have to pay him somewhere in the realm of $25 million a season. Could be as high as 30 potentially, but I'm definitely keeping it in the middle at around $25 to $30 million a season. Maybe like a 4 years, $100 million contract for Walker Kessler, which, to be honest with you guys, I think would be a pretty good value there. Would you guys make the trade that I proposed, though? Kessler, KJ Martin, Kyle Anderson. I'm assuming you flip one of those 3 guys to get under the luxury tax once this deal is done. For Anthony Simons, Neemias Queta, and 2 unprotected first-round picks that we have no idea how those could project. A for accept, D for decline. What do you guys think? I would accept this thing. And if you think I'm crazy for it, let me know on Twitter at TylerJSmith, 2 H's because the name is common, but I am not. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. That will do it for today's edition of Celtics Today by Chat Sports. We'll keep you guys in the loop with all the Celtics trade rumors that pop up as the season goes along because they are certain to. We'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, let's go C's.